Once upon a time, in March 2020, there was a young girl named Ivy who had a bright and cheerful personality. She loved to meet a lot of people, she had conversations with her friends, and they hung out together every day. One day, Ivy and her father decided to go for a walk in Central Park, and Ivy said,
"It's such a beautiful day. There are a ton of people around. The birds are chirping, the flowers are blooming, and even the grass seems greener than yesterday. I just wish things could stay like this forever, Dad."
You're right, Ivy. Today is quite nice. It would have been a shame to stay inside today and not enjoy nature.
after a few hours of walking and enjoying themselves in the park, they both began to feel a bit thirsty. They both knew that they needed to find a vending machine before continuing around the park. Suddenly, Ivy saw a huge fluffy white unicorn dangling from the ceiling of a pawn shop. Ivy felt like she could not hold herself back and said to her dad in a loud voice,
"Dad, look! There's a huge fluffy white unicorn. Can we get that one? Please, please."
Alright, alright. Are you talking about the one that's dangling from the ceiling? The giant white unicorn in that crowded pawn shop over there?
"Yes. Can I have it? Can I? Please."
Well, let me think about it. That place does seem quite full, but you have been behaving yourself today. Sure, why not? You can buy it and add it to the ones at home.
Yay, thanks, Dad. You are the best dad ever.
After Ivy got her unicorn, they head back home. As soon as they arrive home, Ivy is in a rush to clean up and get changed so that she could play with her new unicorn friend. Ivy gets so excited over her new doll that she shouts,
You are way too cute. I'm gonna call you Buttercup, Glaze, or BG for short. You are going to be my very bestest friend.
So, are you enjoying your new unicorn friend, sweetheart?
Of course, Dad.
Well, I'm glad you're happy. Now how about putting down your unicorn for a second and let's eat some dinner first. You can play with her after dinner, alright, sweetie? Tonight is pasta night, and I can tell you now that it will get cold if you wait any longer.
Alright, Dad. See you soon, Buttercup, Glaze. I'll be back as soon as I'm done with dinner.
When Ivy arrives, she sits down at the dinner table. Then her dad starts to say grace and Ivy joins him.
For health and food, for love and friends, for everything that goodness sends, we give thanks to God for this feast before us, and we hope that God blesses us tomorrow. Ivy, would you like to say anything?
Dear God, thank you for this amazing day. Thank you to my dad for always taking care of me, and my beautiful mom who is still working in another city. I really miss her, and I wish she could come back home and bring lots of toys. Lastly, thank you for the wonderful meal that you have given us today.
After they were done with dinner, Ivy helps her dad with cleaning up. Ivy secretly wants to go play with her unicorn, but does not want to leave her dad to clean up alone. The clock struck 9, which could only mean one thing. It was time to sleep. Her father told her to go straight to bed without playing tonight. Ivy looked sad but still listened to her father and nodded slightly before going up to her room.
I'm sorry, sweetie, but tonight is a school night, and you still have school in the morning. I don't want you waking up feeling tired and sleepy during class. Good night, Ivy.
Alright, good night, Dad. Love you.
Love you too, sweetie.
When morning came, Ivy got up earlier than usual. Before she got ready to leave, she went to the dining room to grab some breakfast. While munching on some waffles, she stares at her dad watching the news. There was a news story about a new disease that showed up in some countries across the world.
Breaking news. A new unknown virus has infected hundreds in the capital of this country. The government reports to have things under control and that the threat has been contained. Researchers are still trying to investigate the origins of this unknown disease and how it has spread so quickly. The disease is similar to a virus, and some main symptoms are fevers, a bad cough, feeling exhausted, and the loss of taste and smell. The national government recommends that people stay at home and that schools will be temporarily closed.
What? There's no school today?
Yep, it seems like it, honey. The news said that there's some sort of virus that has gone into this country. It's probably nothing, but make sure you drink and rest enough, alright?
Then how about all my friends at school? I can't see them anymore.
For the time being, I would say no, Ivy. You can hang out with them when all this settles down, but not anytime soon, I think.
But I was planning to show off my unicorn to my friends too. I hope this virus disappears soon so I can hang out with my friends again. Luckily, I have Buttercup Glaze to keep me company. At least I can play with her all day long.
Wonder who that could be. Oh, it looks like your mom's calling us. Hey dear, how's everything going over there? How's Billy?
Hi, Mommy.
Hello, my sweetie pies. I just want to tell you both that Billy and I cannot be home anytime soon.
Oh no, why? What happened, Mom?
It's all because of the new virus showing up. I heard that my city might be going into lockdown soon. To make sure that the virus doesn't spread, make sure to stay hydrated and eat your vegetables, okay? I promise I'll try to get back home as soon as possible.
Then the situation has already gotten worse. You stay safe too. Don't forget to take care of yourself, Diana, and don't try to push yourself too hard. Ivy, is there something you want to tell your mom? Oh, don't cry, sweetie. I believe things will go back to normal soon, and we'll meet your mom and baby brother even sooner.
Okay, miss you, Mommy. And oh, don't forget to bring me toys too.
Of course, sweet pie, don't forget to sleep early, eat healthy foods, and always listen to your dad, okay?
Of course, Mommy.
Good. Now, I'm going to back to Billy now. I'll call you again later. I love you guys.
Bye, dear. I'll talk to you again tonight. Kiss Billy for me. Stay safe, love.
Bye-bye, Mommy. I love you too.
It has been 2 weeks since the virus showed up on the news. Ivy and her dad still couldn't go outside freely. Her dad started working at home, while Ivy was still busy with her own school. Yep, she was busy with her own school. The school, Tales of Magic, where Ivy poses as the teacher and her students are her loyal friends, Buttercup Glaze, Teddy B, Movie Star Barbie, and Sparky the little kitten.
So, class, who here can solve this math problem? No one? Then let's ask you, BG, what do you think is the answer?
1 plus 1 equals 2.
Correct. Wait, what? Who said that?
Me. The answer to that question is 2.
You can talk? Oh my god. Nope. That.
Whoa, slow down. What's wrong, Ivy?
Oh, not much. I'm just playing with Buttercup Glaze. By the way, did you know she can talk?
Ivy, sweetheart, what are you saying? It's just a unicorn doll after all.
But that, it's just answer my math question. And its mouth was moving by itself.
Confused, Richard tried to understand what his daughter was saying. He just thought that this was one of Ivy's fantasies. Richard, after thinking this, nodded and smiled at his daughter, and Ivy thought her dad believed her. But little does he know how much he should have believed her.
Okay, then in that case, you can play with your doll friends until 6 p.m. today. However, after that you have to promise me to do your school assignments and prepare for the upcoming tests, alright?
Ivy nodded happily and went back to play with Buttercup Glaze in her room.
So, are you really real? Can you really talk?
Yes, of course I can talk. Look, you're talking to me right now.
Oh my god, you are talking to me. I'm so happy to have a friend I can talk with.
It's okay, Ivy. Only those pure of heart can hear my voice.
How do you know my name? I've never introduced myself to you before.
I could hear you this entire time, Ivy, and I could also hear Dad downstairs. I just never spoke to you before now because I was nervous about how you would react. Anyway, I do have one question for you, Ivy. Why is it so quiet here? Don't you have any friends?
Of course, I have a lot of friends. It's just that I can't play with them for now.
Really? I've never seen you outside with another kid before. How can I be sure you're not lying?
After that question, Ivy was about to cry as her unicorn didn't trust her. Ivy's parents always taught her never to lie. She has always been an honest girl.
Okay, alright. I believe you. Just don't cry in front of me. Lucky for you, I am a kind unicorn doll thing, and I have the purest heart in the world. I am Buttercup Glaze, the one and only big fluffy white unicorn, and I have decided to take you as my best friend.
About 1 week later, Richard keeps hearing his daughter talking more and more with her toys. He has been feeling a bit suspicious towards Ivy lately. Sometimes, he finds her doing things that tend to be dangerous that she would have never done in the past. For example, when Ivy dug up some ground saying that she was looking for a barred egg and nearly got stuck in her own ditch.
Hey BG, are you sure this is the place?
Yes, 100%. Let's get to it. Come on, Ivy. Let's get that beautiful egg.
Whoa now, what do you think you're doing, sweetie?
I'm looking for an egg, Daddy. Buttercup Glaze told me that there's an egg under our garden.
Yes, I'm sure there is, Ivy. Now ignore your old man and just focus on digging that ground.
These incidents kept happening for a few weeks. At first, Richard thought that it was just some children's game or fantasy. He changed his mind when one day, Ivy came bringing a knife to her room and plucking her teddy bear's eyes off.
Hurry! Now off with his head! That teddy bear has been so mean to me and I don't like him. Just look at his pitch black eyes, his tiny nose, and his big smile. Isn't that just screaming evil all over his face?
But I don't think Teddy B is evil. But I do trust you, BG. I'm sorry I have to do this to you, Teddy.
Yes, yes, yes! Perfect, Ivy. That's what I'm talking about. Take that, you scary teddy bear.
What the, Ivy? What are you doing? Why did you remove your teddy bear's eyes?
Buttercup Glaze told me to do it, Daddy. He said that Teddy B's eyes were pure evil, and that he was plotting something even worse.
Richard thought that something might have been wrong with his daughter. He called Diana and asked whether it was possible for her to come home and be near Ivy. Diana would love to, but she will have to wait for Billy's treatment. Richard told her that he planned to schedule a meeting with a psychiatrist to make sure there was nothing wrong.
Honey, if we could, we will get her to see us ring. But with our condition right now, I'm afraid we cannot afford it.
I know our financial condition isn't as good as before. With Billy's condition, you stop and work, and I only got half a salary. But I'm worried if there's anything wrong with Ivy.
Our insurance doesn't cover psychiatric, Richard. We have paid a lot for Billy's treatment, not to mention the travel to the clinic. We are lucky my sister lives in the same city as the cardiology clinic, so Billy and I don't have to stay in the motel.
I'm worried about Ivy.
So am I, Richard. I'll try to see if my mom can stay there and take care of Ivy for a while.
Your mom? She smokes all the time, Diane.
She has stopped smoking.
You think? Last week she came here during the lockdown and gave Ivy a basket filled with strange dolls and roots. Every time she talked, I could smell cigarettes from her breath.
What choice do we have? Billy still needs to do several tests. Plus, I have to book an early flight if you want me to be there early, and we cannot afford it.
When's your return ticket?
In 2 weeks. Just let my mom help you if you need anything before I arrive. Ivy needs someone to talk with her.
Just for 2 weeks. And please tell your mom to stop giving strange things to Ivy.
They are not strange things, Richard. They are just traditional concoction from our village back in Banyuwangi. Okay, Billy is crying again. Just let my mom take care of Ivy, okay?
I like your grandma, Ivy.
Yeah, I like Grandma. She believed me when I told her you can talk.
But I don't like those bracelets she gave you.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you when I wore those bracelets, so I took it off when she's not around.
You are smart. That's why you are my best friend, Ivy.
You are my bestest friend in the world, Buttercup G. I can't wait for you to meet my mom.
I'm pretty sure she's as pretty as you, Ivy. Why isn't she around?
She is always with little Billy. I heard Billy has a condition, so she's with him all the time.
You look sad, Ivy. Don't be sad.
I miss going out, Buttercup. We are at home all the time. I wish I could show you to my friends at school. But Mom will be here next week, and you will like her.
You don't need other friends, Ivy. I can bring my other friends if you want. We can have a party.
Like a tea party with colorful sugar cookies, Buttercup?
Yes, with new friends too. I'm sure you will like my other friends, Ivy. Then you don't have to worry about meeting anyone else but us.
Ivy's grandma came back and sensed that Ivy still talked by herself. Grandma started to make concoction from root and asked Ivy to drink it. Ivy drank the liquid, and she could not hear Buttercup Glaze anymore. She became very sad and refused to attend online school. Richard got even more worried and was relieved when Diana came home with Billy. Diana hugged Ivy and Ivy cried. It had been a year, and the lockdown got worse. Richard struggled with his work. Diana was busy with Billy. Grandma used to take care of Ivy and accompany her during school. Ivy began to enjoy Grandma's company and her secret concoctions. She felt calm and happy after drinking it. Ivy loved how Grandma told her story about magic, rainbow, and roots. Grandma had been her closest person for a year. However, she had not visited for a week now. One morning, Diana felt very ill and she was tested positive for COVID. Diana was rushed to the ICU. Richard took care of Billy, who cried all day, and Ivy became very sad, worrying about her mom. Unfortunately, some more sad news came. Grandma was found dead in her apartment. She was also infected. The whole family was shocked. Richard felt helpless. Diana was in the ICU, and Ivy refused to leave her room.
Ivy, are you okay?
Buttercup Glaze, you came back. Buttercup, Grandma's dead, and Mom is sick. Please don't leave me, Buttercup.
I won't leave you, Ivy, but promise me you will do what I say.
Unfortunately, Richard's suspicions were confirmed when the doctor told him her evaluation.
Your daughter's mental condition is not what I would describe as healthy for a girl at her age, sir. I'm sorry to ask you this, but since when have things been like this? When did it all start?
I don't know exactly when this all started, but if I had to guess, it would be the same day that the virus came on the news for the first time and schools were closed down. It was also the last day me and her went downtown for a walk in Central Park. I remember that day as if it was yesterday. It was such a nice day to go outside. So many people were around, and we even went to a small pawn shop full of people to buy her new toy. That was the day she got her unicorn Buttercup Glaze. She always told me that her doll could talk, and that I told her many things she didn't think of doing before.
Sir, I'm very sorry to inform you about this, but I believe your daughter might have developed a mental condition. Her test suggests some slight neurotic damage in her mind, that it could possibly progress even further. I can only recommend that she get some therapy and some socializing back into her life, as I know there is no treatment for this kind of condition. I have had another patient like this show up at my office, and the one that common factor that I could gather from each patient is that all of them was infected with that new virus spreading around.
From what the doctor has said about Ivy's condition, Richard started to piece together that all this time his daughter has been infected by this new virus, and that he never even noticed it. All the while it changed his daughter slowly from the inside, making her into this mentally unstable girl he sees today. Due to her mental instability, Ivy has to be sent to an asylum as she could be a danger to herself and others around her if left alone. All Richard could do was watch as workers took away what was left of his daughter and drove off to her new home where hopefully she could recover. Maybe one day she could come back into her father and mother's loving embrace, and they will be a family once again. The end.